Alas, those days are long gone, and in their place, a culture where high-priced kicks mean status, power, and sometimes even big-time bucks.
And do you want?
Yeah, everything's fine. I mean, if you can, like, pixelate the face or blur the face, if you can, that'd be good. But if not, I like it still.
I can pixelate it. So what is, first of all, tell me your name and where you're from, and basically just the general information about you first, man.
My name is Joe, West Coast Streetwear on Instagram and Twitter. Twitter is WC_streetwear. I'm from Oregon and I'm 17, a senior in high school.
17, senior in high school. Okay, so the big question everybody wants to know probably is, as they can see in the title, is how much did you do exactly in 2018? Basically all your sales and just the total amount that you made in 2018.
Sale-wise in 2018, I had 289,000 with everything, Stockx, like Facebook, Instagram, all that.
Okay, so that actually leads into my first question really good. So do you mainly use Stockx, or do you see growth on other apps, or is it just like Stockx is your main thing, or do you like Facebook marketing or Go or anything like that?
Right now, I'm kind of just moving with Stockx just because it's easier to use. I don't have to like deal with chargebacks. I don't have to deal with messaging different buyers just to have them flake and me send them like 50 pictures. Stockx is just easier and I can keep track of it all, because dealing with hundreds of pairs of shoes, you can't deal with hundreds of sellers. It's just easier to stick it on one platform. And before, maybe, yeah, you can get more selling on Facebook or like Instagram or something, maybe getting that $10 extra, but for me, it's not worth it at the volume I do.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because people always complain about like the sales. Well, now it's the sales tax that people are complaining about, but like all the fees and stuff that go into all that. But it's really a hassle to sell locally, and I know what you mean. Just because you got to meet the person, just to make 10 extra bucks, it's not really worth driving to meet a person when you could just sell on Stockx.
Exactly.
So before you said like Facebook and Instagram was definitely easier, and I can agree with that. I mean, I was into it for a while now, but when you started this, what age did you actually get into reselling? And was it mainly for the money? Was it the first thing you realized was like, I'm gonna make money off this? Or did you start trying to buy shoes just because like you wanted to wear them before?
Yeah, so I got into it when I was like 15. Yeah, like 15 years old or so. I was into like Supreme, that logo, like, I don't know, everyone had it and I was like, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
And I mean, I did like exclusively Supreme, honestly, until like last March-ish. Like only clothes, like really no shoes at all. I didn't even like pay attention to them. But yeah, I just started with Supreme. I liked the clothes themselves and everything. It wasn't like that saturated back then. This was like 2016.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So it wasn't too bad. I mean, not that it is now, but it's just kind of saturated right now. So I kind of lost interest in Supreme, and you just can't make as much off of it.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. So when you first got into Supreme and stuff, because you said you started with Supreme, was it mainly like, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to resell it? Or was it like, I'm going to buy this and I'm going to keep it because nobody has this?
It was just kind of interesting that like I could buy something for retail and then like its value is just like automatically gone up. Like people are paying for it. So that like first intrigued me. And of course, like if something has an insane value, like the money's going to appeal to everyone. So yeah, from there, I mean, I pretty much only flipped things. I don't want to spend like that. I didn't have much money like when I just started like at all. So like, I didn't want to spend this when I was like, oh, I could just make $100. Like, why would I wear that?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, and then you think about it, it's like $140 for a hoodie. I mean, like, it's a nice hoodie, but I'd rather have $800.
The retails are still like crazy, so it's like, yeah, for sure.
Even if you have money, like the retail, like high retail shoes, high retail clothes, it's always just like, do I really want to spend this for a pair of shoes? I know what you mean. So what is the first, like, or what are the biggest problems that you run into selling on Stockx? Because you said, you do bulk shoes, you do bulk streetwear, so is there anything that you run into a lot on Stockx that you think needs to be fixed or that could make the process easier for you?
Yeah, I mean, like the overall system is just like so buggy. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but like right after like Supreme drops and stuff, like the website will actually like crash. Like you can't view and stuff like during like certain time periods. Their servers itself aren't that good. When you like go to print out labels, I don't know, I'm sure this happens to me all the time. Like it will print out like 3 sheets of paper instead of 2. Which is a pain, so you have to set it to a certain setting. For me, sometimes when I'm sale tracking, because I keep it all in a spreadsheet, and I like through like my history, it will like duplicate some items too. Just the system itself, their website isn't, like it still is kind of buggy. But like the main thing I have to say, and like I wish they would do this. I know they've been thinking about it, but they haven't
I think
actually like initialized and done something. It's shipping in one box.
Yeah.
Like I mean, going into that, like I don't ship my shoes anymore. I have kids that do it for me, like at my school, because like I can't manage like shipping 25 shoes a day within a 2-hour period from when I get out of school to when the post office closed.
Yeah.
And all that. So like I have people do it for me, but if they could just let me put it in one box so I don't have to go through 20 individual boxes and then yeah, that's the number one thing I wish they would do. If you're listening, please do that. Like,
yeah, no, I even like me, I don't bulk sell on StockX. You know, I don't really buy. I mean, like I buy to resell, but I'm not like a bulk seller like you. You do a lot of sales, but I think even for me, like even sometimes when I sell 2 pairs of shoes in one, I'm thinking they could probably save so much money just by printing off one label and making it way more. Like they could probably save so much money, and it'll save, you know, fees maybe on the buyer's hand too. So that I knew that was what you were gonna say, because everybody says that. I mean, on Twitter you just see everybody saying please just do bulk. But so the app too, I guess some things on like the, you know, the back end of the app, I do see that where it crashes a lot of the times, especially like when a shoe drops, or like the moment that Foot Locker, the reservations go at 6 o'clock and you go on the StockX app and everybody's just dumping their pairs because they're about to pick them up tomorrow, and you can see that it just crashes. I know what you mean. This is a question that I don't have on the list, but so you pay people to drop your shoes off at the post office. Is that what you said you do?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like the past 2 months, it's gotten to the point where like I can't do it anymore. I pay them like $1.50 a box, and they drive it to the post office. They take a picture of the receipt for me. They cover everything. So like I don't even worry about it at all. They come inside my house. I don't even have to be there. It's perfect.
Wow.
I mean, it is a pain having to pay for it, but honestly, it makes my life so much easier that I don't mind spending the $50 or the $60 like a day to do it, for them to do it.
Yeah, I gotcha. So I assume you don't have another job. This is, you know, what you do?
Yeah, this is just what I do.
Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about on the app is, do you have any thoughts on undercutting? Or, I mean, because I know you're probably not doing every single shoe as a Yeezy or an Off-White. It's probably a lot of like, you know, basic shoes as well. But what are your thoughts on undercutting? Do you think there's a way to stop it, or do you think there's a way to, you know, change why people undercut?
I mean, sure there is. I mean, the platform is just so easy to undercut on. It's just, I mean, you'll even get notified anytime someone places a low ask, but most people do, but it's too much for like me to have that on.
Yeah,
but,
I would
like,
assume your phone's
most
probably...
people they'll have like lowest ask notification. I'm like, oh, why not just swipe up and just update it, because I want my shoe to sell fast. When you make it that easy for someone to undercut, they're going to undercut. People want their shoes sold, so they're going to be the lowest ask. Yeah. And that's just kind of what, like, that naturally that's going to happen when you make it that easy for someone to just, like, no cooldown for, like, you can do it anytime. You know, some people are saying like, oh, do it every 24 hours or do $5, but
that's what I was going to ask. Yeah, like I personally don't think making it a $5 jump or a $10 jump of your prices, I don't think that would change undercutting, because I think people would just be like, damn, I'm going to have to put it $10 less now. So I think that would just make it worse. But maybe the whole 24 hours before you change your listings again, that might be a cool option. I know eBay implements that on selling. So where if you say you have like a buy it now listed and it's like $200 for a shoe, every 24 hours, if it doesn't sell, it'll lower it by 10%. 10% the next day, 10% the next day. So I guess that could be a good way that StockX could do that. But I mean, people want control over their shoes, I guess. So they want what they're gonna, you know, they buy it and they're gonna sell it for what they want. So I guess there's not really a way to fix the undercutting. It's just kind of the younger generation of like, I need this money quick. But
I know Flight Club limits it like every 24 hours you can only like, or you can update your price, like, so that way that undercutting doesn't happen.
Yeah, through their consigning.
I mean, that's completely different. That's consignment
and Flight Club probably they probably got higher prices there too. So I mean, people that sell at Flight Club probably aren't going to be undercutting as much, but I mean, still. So your shoes, like I just said, you don't really sell probably, you know, every single Yeezy, every single Off-White. So are you selling like basic shoes that you're picking up at a discounted prices? Or I mean, you don't have to answer this, because if you have a way to your methods and that's how you make money, it's cool. But are you like, you know, buying shoes online for discounted prices and selling them on StockX? Or are you just, you know, getting a lot of shoes at retail prices and flipping them? Or
It's kind of a mix of both. I can't really go into like too much detail because like what I'm doing is not like, not many people do this at all.
Okay.
Like that's why it's good right now, is because it's not very saturated. But yeah, it's getting shoes at a discounted price. Definitely like lower than retail on some shoes, or just like mass volume, really like Yeezys. Like I'll take in like 100 pairs of Yeezys and flip them, and yeah, maybe I'm making $10 a shoe, but $10 times 100, like
that's
it turns into better numbers.
So do you ever lose money on like a bulk deal like that? Or sorry, what you bought them for, is that what you're going to try to get for them? Or do you ever lose money on a sale?
Always lose money. I mean, that if you're not losing money on reselling, like you're not, I mean, that's just what it is. It's a risky game. Like probably my biggest loss is honestly like mauves. I got like 25 pairs of those.
Yeah.
Lost a solid 50 a pop on that. That was rough. But, I mean, other than that, like I don't really like lose that much money. I mean, I'll lose like 10 to 15 a shoe. Like sometimes it will drop and I can't like sell it, or like I can't sell it fast enough. But the only like big loss I've had is just like those mauves. Those were bad.
Yeah, I personally didn't buy any of those. I kind of saw the brown and I was like, I don't like that. I'm going to stay away. But
yeah,
I like 700s. I have a pair of Stockx I just got, and it's like my favorite shoe. I wear it like every day now to school and everything. But okay, so getting into more like about you now, forget Stockx. What do you rock on the daily? Like, what's your favorite shoe? Is it a Jordan? Is it a Yeezy? Is it Off-White? You know, what is it?
Jordan 1's definitely my favorite Jordan. I mean, that's kind of a basic answer, but like they're comfortable. It's just like such a classic shoe. Like you can't, like, I don't know. Jordan 1 is just, that's the best, really. Yeah. Jordan 1's probably my favorite. And I'm liking the React 87 too. Like that OG sail colorway I have. I got the black OG colorway, and then the green mist undercover colorway, if you know that one.
Yeah. The React 87s, I had I copped a pair on the Nike app with a sale, and then I bought a pair at resale for the black pair. But black shoes, I don't really like on my feet, so I ended up selling both.
Oh,
but yeah, no, I'm definitely a Jordan 1 fan too. I'm a fan of the few colorways that are coming out, but Jordan 1 is a classic. You can't really go wrong with, you know, a bread colorway or something like that. All right, so I mean, wrapping up a lot of the questions here, I have two more left. So you talked about losses on sales. So what is the biggest, which also if you don't feel comfortable answering this, that's fine, but what's the most profit you made off a bulk sale, or was it off a single pair of shoes, or like what was the best sale or best week that you've ever had?
I mean, single sale, it was, I mean, I haven't really had that many like good like single flips, honestly. Maybe like I got like a purple and red box, so I flipped that for 1,000, but it wasn't like any like crazy flip. I mean, bulk, I got like 90 wave runners. I made like a solid 7,000 off that. That's a pretty solid. That was a pretty solid release to me. But I mean, and like weeks, I couldn't. I mean, like the past 2 weeks have been pretty insane. Like because I'm just really starting to like pick up like bulk, just like more and more pairs. But yeah.
Yeah, Wave Runners, was that off the OG release, like in August, or was it off a re-release?
The re-release, yeah. Okay. Just with like bots, I mean, you can get so many pairs.
Yeah, I mean, you could just buy, you know, 1,000 proxies and, you know, run bots on every single computer you got. You can, I mean, especially with like on restocks and stuff, you know, the stock is going to be high. So 70 pairs, I mean, sounds like a lot, which, I mean, for me, it's a lot just because I don't, you know, want to fork out that much capital. But if you really want to fork out that capital, there's ways to get it done for sure. I mean, you do it, and there's probably a lot of other people that do it. But So my last question for you, since you're considered an expert, I'm going to consider you an expert on selling and selling on these apps. What do you recommend for someone that's trying to make more money, or just basically some general information on like what to do to help get your profits up or get your sales up?
Don't go for just like hype shoes. Like, don't think you need like to get an Off-White. Like you have to get like, I don't know, like a box or an Off-White. Yeah. Just go like smaller profit shoes are fine. Like honestly, like for me, I think quantity is better than quality. Like the more you can do, like I've just seen more success like doing quantity. You don't need like to just get that like crazy shoe. If you just go to the outlets or like find some sort of sale, or I don't know, just like Supreme tees like every week, just small sales, and just keep building and like
think more outside the box and just thinking, you know, I got to get every single off-white release. I know it, and it probably takes a lot of time to hit the outlets and everything. So if you really want to make, you know, more money, these people, I'd say to them probably too, is you need to have dedication to sell shoes. I mean, like you said, you're paying your friends to ship your shoes out. It's got to that point. So it's probably tough for you going out to try to find the deals too. So I definitely respect the hustle that you have. That's all I got for you. You gave, you know, a lot of good insight, and I really hope people can look at this and be like, I'm going to try to do something like that, because this kid makes a lot of money and you're 17. You make more money than me. I'm 20. I work a normal job. So like, dude, I respect you. I started just doing this to, you know, make a little sales here and there. And then there's people that come in and just make a shit ton of money. So I definitely respect that. But it was good to meet you, dude. Good to have you.
You too. Thank you for having me, for sure.